morning and welcome to Southern Sports Network. I'm Lindsay Settlemeyer.
And I'm John Cody, here to fill you in on all the latest in Mocs and sports news.
Our water Mocs were on the road this past weekend at the SSC Championships. On day one, the Mocs were able to end in the top 4 with only 15 points behind first place. Day 2, the Moccasins swam to the top, reaching first place and setting 2 records for the meet. Matthew Holmes and Jesus Marine won gold medals that night that propelled the Mocs into first place. Holmes broke his personal record twice when setting the new record for the 400, while Marine also beat his own time in the 200 freestyle. Our boys didn't stop there. On day 3, Marco Palacios brought in a gold medal in the 100 backstroke that kept the competition behind the Mocs. With 2 silver medals following that by Sean Kim and Marul Grostasso, the Mocs were able to end the day with a 34-point lead over Nova Southeastern. On the last day of the conference, the Mocs kicked it into high gear to clinch the victory. They brought home a gold and a bronze medal in the 200 backstroke to start off the day right and ended the night in 2nd, 3rd, and 4th in the 200 breaststroke and a few wins in the 400 freestyle. This guaranteed the Mocs men's swimming team their 4th straight SSC swimming championship win. Great job, guys. While the men were winning their 4th consecutive SSC championship, the women were winning their 1st. Going into the final day of competition, the Lady Mocs led by over 100 points, and they knew they basically had the championship in the bag. But that didn't stop the ladies from still trying their hardest through, with seniors as a dominant force throughout the meet. Kelsey Gouge won the 100 freestyle. Heather Burns placed 3rd in the 1650 freestyle, and Allie Crenshaw won the 400 freestyle relay with her team. Overall, the Mocs collected 7 gold medals. Crenshaw and Gouge were also named to the All-Sunshine State Conference first team.
The Mocs took 2 of 3 while on the road in South Carolina to face Mount Olive in baseball. The Mocs won the Saturday doubleheader 14-3 and 7-0, but ran into trouble during the final game on Sunday. Despite putting runs on the board early with a double by senior Dominic Brugnoni that allowed 2 runners to score, a rocky 4th inning for the Mocs put the Trojans in the lead. While senior Brady Arneson and junior Craig Savage were lights out in relief, the Mocs were unable to come back and fell 6-4. The men return home on Friday to host a 3-game series with their first Sunshine State Conference opponent of the year, Lynn University, at Henley Field. The first game will be Friday at 6 p.m. Last Wednesday, the women's basketball team took to the road to take on arch rival Tampa. The game was a tight one, centered around hard-nosed defensive basketball, but that didn't stop Mariah Harris from putting up a career high of 26 points. In the words of head coach Betsy Harris, Mariah Harris' performance was that of a beast. Flo Ward had a career high for points as well as putting up 16. Down 53-50, FSC late free throws from Jensen Blasage and Mariah Harris punished Tampa, and Florida Southern was able to win by a score of 57-55. The women's team played Embry-Riddle last Saturday night, looking to finish strong heading into the Sunshine State Conference Championship at the end of the season. The Lady Mocs controlled the tempo, letting Embry-Riddle lead only 1 minute and 17 seconds the entire game. The Lady Mocs had 51% field goal shooting with strong performances from sophomore guard Jensen Blasage and senior guard Sydney Payne. Blasage finished the night with 18 points and 6 rebounds, while Payne earned 11 points and 7 rebounds. The Mocs won 67-56 and will face Eckerd away on Wednesday night.
The men's basketball team clutched an amazing victory over Tampa this past Wednesday in the last seconds of the game. The Mocs were down 72-71 and forced a turnover with only 14 seconds left. Senior Dylan Travis made a quick pass to freshman Gerald Spellman, and he took the game-winning shot from 18 feet out with 1.7 seconds left in the game. The crowd went crazy as the Mocs broke their losing streak. Last Saturday night, the men's basketball team took on Embry-Riddle in a dramatic offensive shootout. Junior guard Trey Moore shot 5 out of 6, tallying up 12 points, and senior guard Dylan Travis made 5 threes and put up 21 points in the first half. After leading in the first, Embry-Riddle came back, pulling ahead of the Mocs, and made the game an offensive shootout. Head coach Mike Donnelly pushed the team to be aggressive and win the physical battle. The Mocs battled hard, keeping the game within 5 points for much of the second half. But unfortunately for the team, Embry-Riddle pulled away, winning 102-92. The Mocs will go back into SSC play with an away game at Eckerd tonight.
Women's lacrosse opened their season hosting Grand Valley State. The Mocs started off the game strong, scoring the first 3 goals. Grand Valley State decreased the lead to 5-4 before the end of the half, leaving the Mocs only with a 1-point advantage. The second half would be controlled by Grand Valley State with 6 goals, the Mocs only scoring 2, making the final score 10-7. Emily San Antonio had an excellent game with 3 goals and 1 assist. San Antonio has now scored 3 goals in 13 games in her college career. The women's lacrosse team will be back in action next Wednesday at 7 p.m. in Bryant Stadium against Gannon University. The women face 2-time reigning national champions Adelphi Monday night. The Mocs lost their 3rd game in a row with the final score being 16-10. The Mocs were led by Kendall Kirsch, who would tie a school record of 7 goals in 1 match. Kayla Shawfield would bag 4 assists along with the goal. Emily San Antonio and Ashley Robertson also added to the tally for the Mocs with a goal each. The Lady Mocs will have a 9-day break before the return to Bryant Stadium to host Gannon University next Wednesday at 7 p.m.
Florida Southern's men's lacrosse team had an exciting win over Walsh University Friday night at Bryant Stadium. The Cavaliers came out strong against the Mocs, scoring first, but the Mocs wouldn't go down without a fight. This game was a physical one, with FSC having 6 man-up penalties called against them and Walsh with 10 penalties. At the half, the score was all tied up 4-4, making the second half an all-out war. The game was sent in overtime with a score of 8-8. The Mocs sophomore attacker Cody Gray cranked the winning goal into the back of the net in the last part of the overtime period. Junior goalkeeper Matt Lawley was a brick wall in the cage with 14 saves on the game. The Moccasins take on 5th-ranked Adelphi University Bryant Stadium on Monday. After that amazing win on Friday, the men fell short to 9th-ranked Adelphi. The Mocs scored first when sophomore Cody Gray scored his 8th goal of the season. The lead didn't last long, though, as the Adelphi Panthers scored 90 seconds later. Going into the half, the team was down 7-2. The Mocs opened the second half with a few goals, but ultimately fell short, losing 15-8.
This past weekend, FSC's track team traveled to Embry-Riddle for the last chance meet. The main highlight being Evelyn Quinones coming first in the mile, finishing with 4 minutes and 18 seconds, beating the previous record by nearly 10 seconds. Senior Cameron Andrews ran his first collegiate race and placed 15th in the 400-meter race. Overall, the Mocs placed 7th and out of 17 teams. In golf news, Florida Southern hosted the Lady Moc Classic on Monday and Tuesday. FSC came in 3rd overall with a score of 911. There were only 3 strokes behind the winners, Lynn University. Madison Wetzel finished first for the Mocs with her first top 10 finish. Kit Creighton finished right behind with an 11th place overall finish.
In softball, the Lady Mocs took 2 games from Lynn over the weekend to open up their competition within the Sunshine State Conference. On Friday, the ladies shut out the Fighting Knights 3-0. Junior Brandy Jones recorded 5 strikeouts and 6 hits over her 7 innings pitched. The Lady Mocs won Saturday's first game of the doubleheader 5-3 in a late comeback thanks to 2 RBI singles off the bats of freshman Jessica Trana and senior Jordan Alexander. The second game of the day ended in a 10-inning tie that was called due to darkness. The ladies' competition against Flagler has been postponed, so the women look to return to the field Friday the 23rd to face Rollins in a 3-game series. Florida Southern's women's tennis team had their season opener on Saturday against Lynn University at the Warren Tennis Center. The Lady Mocs unfortunately fell to the Knights, unable to win any of their matches. They finished the day 9-0. They didn't go without a fight, though. Moccasin Selin Zavarmik was one of the only players not swept away completely by the Knights in her match against Martina Glacheva. The ladies fought hard in all their matches and just fell short of the W. The Moccasins play at home on Wednesday at 3 against Flagler.
Thank you to everyone for joining us this morning. I'm John Cody.
And I'm Lindsay Settlemeyer. This has been Southern Sports Network. See you next time.